the fork in the road. Good question. It typically shows up somewhere around that transition between the 5% and 2% tiers. A trader gets serious, their edge is proven, but the execution or the emotional roller coaster is still a challenge, and they face a pivotal decision.
Automate it or master it myself?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Do I try to automate my edge to remove my emotional interference as much as possible? Or do I double down on mastering myself to execute discretionarily, even under the most intense pressure? Both paths are totally valid. Both can be incredibly profitable, but yeah, they come with very different sets of challenges. Unique battles, as you said.
Okay, so what does the systematic path look like? What are they fighting?
So systematic traders, they choose automation, often hoping to sidestep human emotion. But they trade that battle for others. They have to fight hidden risks that are just as insidious. Things like model overfitting.
Where it worked great on past data, but fails now.
Exactly. It's curve fit.
Yeah.
Or regime changes, the market dynamics fundamentally shift, and suddenly your previously great system just stops working.
Yeah.
There are also statistical blind spots in backtesting that only bite you in live trading. And here's the key thing. Automation might remove execution errors, but it doesn't remove the human element entirely.
How so?
Well, sticking with your automated system during a long, painful drawdown can be just as psychologically brutal as discretionary trading. Every instinct might scream at you to intervene, to tweak it, to turn it off. That adherence takes immense discipline, too.
Right. And their tools, you mentioned some.
Yeah, their tool stack often involves building things themselves using Python with frameworks like Backtrader, or maybe using TradingView alerts connected to webhooks for semi-automation. For more complex stuff or optimization, sometimes professional automation services come into play. But it's definitely not always just plug and play. It can get quite complex.
Okay, and the other path, the discretionary trader, what's their main fight?
Discretionary traders, well, they battle themselves directly and constantly. All the classic nemesis: fear, greed, impatience, impulsiveness, mental fatigue, overconfidence, especially when the stakes get higher with bigger size or after a string of losses.
So mastery for them is about self-awareness.
Real-time self-awareness and resilience. It's about knowing your psychological state as it's happening and having the mental fortitude to stick to your plan despite the internal noise and external market chaos. It's an intense, ongoing internal battle.
So it really sounds like there's no easy path out.
Definitely not. You just kind of choose which monster you're more equipped or perhaps more willing to face and ultimately conquer.